Well, I have basically proven that this game was a piece of shit. I have gotten most, if not every ending I could. Aside, like, you know, the get everything. But now there's only one last thing to do. Roxy,
Yeah.
where is it?
It's under my raceway. It's in the sinkhole.
Okay.
Just gotta use your trigger stick.
The raceway is on the floor you're currently on. You just need to go left.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah! I keep forgetting.
Trophy for the.
Yeah, you're right.
I have
but
the
hey,
trophy.
okay. To be fair, though, I keep forgetting that for some fucking reason it's right here, because like you know, right down fucking there, it says Roxy's Raceway. Sorry, my bad, Roxy. I should not question you on this kind of stuff. All right.
Yeah, I'm the best. I'm the best. You can't question me.
Roxy, you may be the best, but
Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down.
Do I need Freddy?
you may be the best, Roxy, but can you use your trigger stick?
No, I don't.
You don't need Freddy with you yet.
Okay, that way doesn't take me anywhere. That takes. Oh yeah, no, this is the right way.
There is a recharge station in here that you might want to get. In one of the garages.
Yeah.
But other than that, you can basically just make a beeline for the sinkhole, which is on the far left, by the way, of the of this place.
The far left, the liberals.
That's me. That's why they call it Roxy Raceway.
So I feel like
Because Roxy's a trans woman.
So I feel like I've been pretty nice, all things considered, to this game. Not really. But...
We all know it's coming. By the way, you like how it still says 6 a.m.? This time doesn't move forward now, I guess.
Yo,
I used to believe.
What are you talking about? It's 5 a.m.
I used to believe FNAF World was like where the series can get bad. And you know, after playing FNAF 3, I was like, you know, FNAF 3 is just boring. In here, in this one room, in this one fucking place, destroyed literally everything I love about this series. And before you say, Evil Spirit is not canon, they changed the lore, I don't care. This is still an ending. This is still how you can beat the game. This is still how you can get through everything. Yeah, it is an ending.
Canon at some point.
In here...
This is the trigger stick ending.
Lies, in my opinion, one of the most spit-in-the-face moments I have ever seen in a video game. I have been harsh on a lot of games in my years, but down here, if you aren't prepared to hear me squeal, holler, yell, bitch, and complain about this segment, click off this video. Because there is nothing you will get other than just me bitching, complaining, and screaming, and moaning about this fucking ending. And what is lies behind this game. So if you don't want to see this, get off the video. Just know, this game's a 0 out of 10, never play. Okay, it's not 0 out of 10, but it's like a 1 out of 10. Let's go.
Spoiler.
Yeah, I'm going to be spoiling the other FNAF games while I'm here. And you'll see why.
FNAF security breach. So well designed, so perfect, so peak.
Yeah, if you mean peak garbage, then yeah.
So,
use
so
your
I
trigger
just want you to
stick.
keep in mind that once again, the voice box upgrade stuns animatronics, even though you already have to be in Freddy to use it. Okay.
Yeah.
Either way, the game auto saves here, so that's nice. But
There you are.
you want to
I
know
love how
why?
that's the one ending
Do you
that
want to
is
know
like
why I
auto save.
mentioned? You want to know why I mentioned that that's how Chica's voice box works in Freddy?
Yeah.
Because during the Afton boss fight, there'll be a part where Roxy enters the room and Freddy tells you, "Gregory, you need
Whoa.
to hide." And what you actually have to do is go
Gregory,
inside of Freddy and then use Chica's voice box,
fine.
which instead of stunning Roxy like it says it will, she'll run away after that.
Whoa, Roxy, you just spoiled what happens in this ending.
So.
Yeah,
Go!
I want this to be
Huh?
over.
What?
Scared the fuck out of me. I didn't even.
Yeah, doesn't make it very clear what you're supposed to do
We'll. S-
in that boss fight when
No,
you're
not just that, not just
fine.
that. Play a lot, because he says to hide, but what you actually have to do is scare her off. The game literally fucking lies to you.
Yeah, how was I supposed to know that you're supposed to use the trigger stick?
so I'm supposed to run from like.
So my suggestion for what you do here, actually, is just pilot Freddy around and just exit him on basically on top of the generators, flip the switches, and then immediately go back into Freddy.
I am literally looking at you. What the fuck? Why is it
You know
so
what you
fucking
did.
foggy down here?
The generators are working on smoke machines,
Yeah.
obviously.
That Caroline, if
Or
you ever
Rock
rage
star
out on this
show.
ending too much, just remember you can always break your hand to ease the pain.
Okay. Sure, I could just spam buttons and escape a jump scare. Because that makes fucking sense.
When you, oh, I don't sound right. When you really break it down, none of this makes sense.
Why? Why do you have endoskeletons in this fucking hellhole?
By the way, I want you to know that when the game
Oh my
released,
God.
these endoskeletons didn't even turn on when you hit the generators. They were just off the entire time.
Why? Why the fuck would you add this?
So this was a conscious
It's not
decision
scary, it's a
to-
fucking noise!
So they actually updated it to make the game worse in that regard.
This game is nothing but annoyances.
Oh yeah, by the way, you have to go. By the way, you have to go through this every single time.
Why? Why would you even program this game to be like this? What is your fucking problem? Fuck's
You want to do
sakes!
the boss fight.
What is wrong with this game? What is wrong with every single aspect? You can't program a good game, so instead you will fucking torture people with this bullshit? That's fair. I can't even see this fucker. I can't see anything! You made it too fucking foggy! Why? Why? It's not more scary, it's more dumb! Why can't Freddy flip the fucking levers? Where's the other endoskeleton? Is there only one?
To be
Just
frank
use-
here, this isn't Silent Hell.
What are you talking about?
No, there's
This is
fucking-
something.
Everybody who's ever played this game is silent though because they fucking died.
What are you doing?
Okay, so is it only these two that chase after you? Roxy.
I don't remember, man. I don't remember how many. I think it's all of them, but I don't remember.
You have to.
I flipped it. Where the fuck do
The
I...
finale cannot wait.
Where the fuck do I go then? Let me in!
Let me in. Let me in.
This is what using your trick is.
Cool.
I'm playing Cuphead right now.
What the fuck am I missing? I like how the game tells you shit. Oh, there's one more right here. I'm sorry I'm so mad. But like, come on. Why the fuck? Who the fuck?
Oh yeah, by the way, I hope you love boss fights that
Alright,
have
you all get
bullshit.
mad.
I hope you love boss fights that have bullshit obstacles
Do
that
they follow...
you basically have to sit in a corner to be able to avoid. Also, by the way, you have to be in Freddy because you automatically die if you're not in him as you progress down this passageway. By
Okay,
the way,
so this fucking recharge station is a fucking joke? Or is it real?
Yep.
Why would you tease the fucking player? So, okay, hold on. Before we go...
Oh yeah, by the way, for a place that burned down, this doesn't look very burned down.
This place... I just want to talk for a minute. This place is the same place as Five Nights at Freddy's Fazbear Pizzeria Simulator, whichever one you want to pronounce it. This is the place. And I'm guessing that these two, even though they are completely different arcade cabinets, is supposed to be Midnight Motorist and Fruit Maze. Two of the mini games that can be found in them. This entire game had not connected itself to any of the previous entry aside like a few artwork on the wall. This isn't here to be creative and oh my god, the entire time we've been underneath, like we've been over everything. No, this is placed in here to make everybody go, wow, remember when we made this? Remember when we... No. They shouldn't be allowed.
Oh my...
Mind you...
OMG, I clapped.
I want you to remember something. Roxy said that this place doesn't seem very well. Like, I mean, it seems pretty fine that... I mean, even though the building caught on fire. Here's my response to that. You're fucking right. How the fuck is it okay? Also, I don't know what these two rooms are.
Also, how's it underground?
Why is it underground? Like...
Because it was built on a sinkhole, apparently.
And also, to elaborate one thing further...
was built on a sink.
By the way, you like how there's a sinkhole that leads to this, even though there are lower levels in the Pizzaplex?
It doesn't make any
Oops.
sense. This game has never made any sense. And...
I mean, it's definitely made dollars, though,
Can I go
unfortunately.
down here?
Unfortunately, at least there's no, like, commentary track where the developers admit that it doesn't make any sense.
They did say
Or just
that.
pour salt in the wound even more.
And here's another thing.
Yeah, and
The blob.
So, by the way, if you weren't in Freddy when you got there, he would have just instant killed you.
and that would mean that people would never have to like.
No.
They would go like they would dog on these people, even though they made like a terrible game. They wouldn't deserve a death sentence, you know.
Look who... Alright, and to put even more salt in the wound.
I always come.
Oh hey, it's Uncle Willie, Willie Dillis Spillin.
Miss me, fans?
It's
No,
so
you
scary.
died in a fucking fire!
Yo, it's like that song.
So...
Yeah.
So what you need to do is find where Afton is on the monitor and then press the button that's next to that monitor.
Like that?
And it'll set him on fire.
Can
And by the way, in order
Yes,
to win this
William
boss fight, you just have to
Fire
survive
for
long enough.
years.
Can I put Freddy by one of the doors?
Yeah, you can.
Which door does she go down?
I mean, she goes down one of either, but you can put Freddy in front of the door where Roxy comes in.
Bye, Monty. Which one?
Hey, Montague.
It's random. It's
I know,
random.
but I would love to know right now, game.
I'm not a psychic.
No, I'm talking to the
Also,
game.
you should probably open the vent again. Monty probably left.
Sounds like
Or
he's
you can check. By the way, you have cameras. You have cameras down here. By the way. Okay, so you want to shut the door for Chica.
Which...
And then just wait for her to leave.
Goodbye.
So if Freddy ever starts like vibrating or whatever, then you have to find where Afton is on the monitor.
He starts vibrating? Like, what?
Okay, so use the call on her.
Yeah, use Chica's voice box on Roxy whenever she enters the room.
Okay. So when she...
Oh my god, Roxy, what happened to your eyes?
Oh yeah, by the way, Freddy can run out of power instantaneously during this boss fight.
Why? Why would you program this
And
game
when
to
that
be
happens-
like this? What?
What?
When that happens, he has to run. When that happens, he has to run into the
Wait, why?
recharge station and recharge for a couple seconds.
I thought there was just a glitch that Trevor kept running into in his video.
No, that's just actually how it's programmed.
Fuck this. Fuck this game. And everything it stands for.
Yeah.
Absolute sludge.
Exactly.
Steel Wool is a villain made out of the game. What the fuck was the quote? The
This game
face
was
of the
made-
villain.
This game was not made out of love. It feels like it was made out of pure spite.
It was made by William Afton,
Cool.
aka
Fuck off.
Josh Cooley, aka Lucifer, aka the devil from
Who has
the
been
Bible.
hotel.
No, except Lucifer and Has-Been is actually a really cool guy.
You're right. Who the fuck was that guy
Why are
in
you like this
Adam?
game?
Dick Master.
Where's the other one?
Also known as
So known as Adam First Man.
also known as the one who breaks his arm during Crash Bandicoot 2. Cortex.
Oh, that reminds me. I was going to ask you earlier, Roxy. Which boss fight do you think is worse? Crash 2 Cortex or
Sorry.
Afton in this game?
In this game. Because
Okay, that's not even-
Crash 2 Cortex is really stupid, but it isn't like it doesn't ruin the franchise, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's not a broken mess.
Also one that doesn't infuriate you, I imagine. Infuriate.
It's just like why?
I mean, it's infuriating in another way. It's more like this was how the fight was supposed to be. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have broke my wrist. That'd be a better final boss.
My wrist pretend to be Master Hand, and I fight it.
Stop jump scaring me. Why is there just a random stat bot down here and pressing the fucking button? Why door no open? Which
But
one
you
am
see,
I missing?
you see, this is
Just kill me. That Psyche really thought
this
I
was
like
perfect game design for from Steel Wool.
Let me guess, I missed
But you
this
see,
one.
if I punch a guy, then it's
Oh, I missed this one. Ha, silly me. Alright, come here, Freddy.
I've arrived, superstar.
Thank God, at least someone did.
Hey, Freddy.
Oh, speaking of Freddy, I figured out today that where is it? Oh yeah, that back in my old hometown, there's Comic-Con, and Glamrock Freddy's voice actor is going to be there.
Oh, tell him I say... Oh, if you go. I want to say, tell him I say hi and that he made the
I mean,
experience.
I might go since, again, it's in my hometown, and my mom wants me to visit there for a week or two.
You know what, sir? If you do ever meet him at the convention, you should just mention the fact that you have a friend named Roxy, whose mom thinks that she named herself after a FNAF character. Just like be like, hey, I have a trans woman as a friend named Roxy, and Roxy's mom thinks that she named herself after Roxy from FNAF Security Breach, even though she didn't. But she wanted me to tell you this because she thought it was funny, or something like that.
No, what you should do is tell him that you are part of one of the worst games ever created. How do you feel?
That would be mean. That'd be mean. It's true, but it would be mean. You know what I mean?
It would be mean, but like, you know, at least you're being honest.
But yes, sir. Can you do that if you meet him?
Well, if I meet him and remember it, then yeah.
It's just I think it'd be really funny to mention that.
You tell Jeff Colin, what was his name? Jeff Goldblum.
Hey, let me look up his name since. Actually, I'll send the list to you people, and since so you can see what other guests I might meet.
Tell him to use his trigger stick.
Use your trigger stick, whatever that means. I hope that's not a dirty innuendo. I'm
It
a
might
fairly friendly robot.
Enjoy, Freddy. You are going
I mean,
to be my, block.
You gotta use his trigger stick.
Oh!
Now what?
Sorry, I thought she was making it through. I thought she was getting through.
And watch out for the
Looting.
furry with green hair
Because Freddy's
pronoun.
blocking her. Thank you, Guy. You really helped contribute to this playthrough with this.
His name is Kellen Goff.
Either way, I don't think I'm ever gonna dye my hair green. I don't really think I'm not
Here's
jacked.
the guest list, by the way. I get a chance to look at it.
Of course, Roxy, you're not
Nah.
Irish.
Nah,
No
if I were to
Irish.
dye my hair, I'd probably dye it black.
And there's still some more to be announced.
You know, if I
This
ever go to
section doesn't
a
feel like
convention-
Five Nights at Freddy's. This feels like Five Nights at Freddy's trying to rip itself off.
And if Kellen Goff ever shows up,
Oh my God! Look, it's Balloon World from.
You know you can actually play that mini game if you get all the pictures of the poster characters.
That's cool.
I would tell him. I have a surprise.
By the way, after a certain point, you might want to stay away from the manhole covers because after a certain point, tentacles are going to start coming out of them.
Oh, these manhole
I
covers.
said like, I then tell him like, I have a surprise for you, Kellen, and I give him a stick of butter.
Exotic butters.
Exactly.
Thank you for the exotic butters, Panther.
You belong.
You really are a superstar.
I really wish If I was going there, I would say, "Can you please say to the camera, thanks a lot, stupid shit," and, like in the face.
Yeah, and then tell him like, tell him say
Where
like
did tentacles
the
go?
most offensive thing Freddy would say, but like he has his
Enjoying
swear
yourself,
words
guys?
on.
You all enjoying yourselves
He
over
can say
there?
anything. He's like,
Roxy and
well, I
Freddy
hate
sitting in
those.
a tree.
And it's that fucking scene from
K-I-S-S-I-N-G.
Bro,
it's that scene
bro,
from Smiling
bro,
Friends where he's like, well, I hate those damn fucking. And then
I can't believe
that was
Freddy
really bad.
decided to stop me from entering the room by sticking his fat ass in front of the door. So when I ran, I just run face first into it and get stuck.
You enjoying yourself there, Roxy?
You're like, I
Roxy
Oh
can't
was-
yeah.
believe you're.
I mean, I may not be able to smell, but I can definitely smell this.
Oh, God.
I can't believe it. You're entering the
Oh,
gungeon.
there you are.
I'm entering the asshole.
Where am I? So, when does the shit happen?
Tentacles start coming down from both the ceiling and the floor.
Oh, shit.
You gotta use your trigger,
So there is
Gregory.
no... So this corner is a safe place.
The only I found a safe spot that's like in the corners next to that computer in the middle.
Right here?
But yeah.
I feel cozy. What a great boss fight, right?
It's one of the best. Like Roxy always says, you're the best.
Around.
I'm the best. I'm the best, but unfortunately I'm not the breast.
Foxy,
Well, you
I mean,
haven't
Roxy,
used
you're not
the
upset
stick.
at me that I'm keeping you trapped there, right? Nah.
No, I like Freddy's ass. It tastes good.
Oh, wait, what was that noise?
And I'm gonna
Wait, where
show
did Roxy
fucking.
go?
I'm showing Kevin Goff that, and he's gonna be like, "What the fuck? I have an OnlyFans?"
Did she despawn because Monty came in?
Yeah, I think so. Uh-oh. There he is!
Oh,
we talked about.
do you think that the reason nothing happened in the boss fight? Do you think the reason nothing happened in the boss fight is the game was waiting for her to leave to do the next thing?
Probably.
Do you think we're talking about Kevin Goff, like
This...
Helen
Rock-
Goff.
Kellen Goff,
Reason
Ellen
the guest
Keller,
voice of the
whoever the
convention I
fuck
plan to go to.
voices Freddy. Probably a good guy.
What? How was I supposed to fucking...
Oh yeah, yeah. Wasn't that fair when the manhole just fucking opened on top of you or below you? I didn't even see where it was.
What? Why is this
As above,
game
so below.
so...
They
So,
always say.
Caroline, now you have to start all of that over again.
Thank you, game! I hope you blow yourself up! No.
Who's Monty's actor? I wanna ask him shit.
We've seen him a few times.
I don't know. Monty's. You know what's funny? I know there was a clip where Monty's voice actor on a stream said that Monty is into anal.
And he's like, when he feels
Oh my
anal,
God,
he's like,
Freddy, don't-
rock and roll. Like, he finally learned how to use his trigger stick.
Sorry, Freddy, I didn't mean to flash
Monty-
you with it.
Monty and his big gator butt.
You gotta watch out for that rabbit that comes after you.
That's so stupid, dude. I was probably almost done.
What is stand ready?
No, okay, Caroline. I think the reason why nothing happened in the boss fight for such a long period of time is because you didn't scare off Roxy. I think it was waiting for her to go away.
Oh, well.
You know what I mean?
Oh well, they told me to make her told me to hide, so I hid.
Roxy,
Yeah, but
Roxy,
you weren't actually supposed to hide. What are you, stupid?
He's trying to take over my trigger stick, Gregory.
trying to take over me.
Trying to use my
He's
trigger
trying
stick.
he's trying to dominate me, Gregory, but I'm supposed
Wait,
to be
can
the top.
Can I shoot her still? I can. Goodbye.
Gregory, you must take away the trigger stick. Gregory.
Gregory!
Oh,
I don't even
I
know what
just
my
thought of an
fucking.
awful. I just thought of an awful joke. I can't believe I just thought of this.
I don't even know what my fucking bit is anymore with this fucking
You want
trigger
to
stick.
you want to know what my favorite move from Chica in the bedroom is?
What?
We call it chicken fingers.
Ha ha ha. Uh-oh, I don't think that's good enough.
I think you should just
I,
scare her off.
I'm sorry. I
Honestly.
think I have sand in my ears, Roxy. Could you come on, just
Alright, close the door!
could you,
No, she's
could you,
gone.
Say that again.
could you?
Stand ready for my arrival, worm.
I just saw them like what?
I'm not leaving this corner.
I'm just hoping that this fucking
What Roxy hears when she hears Glamrock Chica's voice box?
So now what do I do? Just keep waiting?
you know.
Wait for Freddy to for Afton to. They're the tenant. Okay, so it was definitely a case of the game was waiting for Roxy to leave. Yes.
What do I do now?
Go around it.
When Burn
Are
Trap
you
starts to
going
take
to-
control of Freddy again, you have to run over to
A camera?
the monitor and burn him. Yeah.
But what if it gets me?
You know, with this wiggly woggly dick flopping all over the place,
But I'm scared,
randomly,
like, what's gonna-
unpredictably,
Oh shit.
slapping itself into your head. Because isn't that fair?
No.
See, when
How
using
are
your
you
trigger
supposed to keep track of all of them, by the way? Of all of these tentacles.
by using your trigger stick, that's
No, okay, we're good.
Look at that! How are you supposed to avoid all these without cheating by going into a corner?
again. Use your trigger stick. I don't even know what the fucking bit was anymore. I think I've forgotten.
I'm so confused on what to do.
It
Just
becomes so
end! Just
desensitized.
end, please!
This boss fight is so boring that I'm becoming
I think this
desensitized.
boss fight was like 10 minutes long when I did it for the first time.
I'm gonna.
Just-
I hope they shortened it.
Today, today, chicken.
Knowing Steel, they probably won't.
Gotta use your trigger stick. Today,
Is it going?
gotta use your trigger stick. Use your trigger stick today.
So, isn't this the most exciting boss
I
fight
wanna
you've
kill Mike.
ever played?
No. I want to cry.
Today, today.
Ain't this fun?
This is the closest. This is the closest thing I'll get to like the first podcast episode for now.
Oh my god, please end.
Today, today. And you see the Proud Family?
Why are you even trying to hurt me?
Yeah, isn't it Afton they're after?
Yeah, Afton's not in here. Wait, what?
You see, I
Also, it's like the FNAF movie. Don't you see? You need to burn up a drawing of him holding hands with the blob, and then the
Yeah.
blob will want to kill him. Doesn't that make sense?
Totally.
look at the small thing that you have become. Look how small you are.
You look
Look how small.
how small you are! How worthless you are, Scrappy! You are a wretched, rotten little beast!
You're wretched. You're a freak. You're a freak.
Actually, that actually is a perfect description for Scrappy Doo.
You just can't do anything. You just keep waiting.
You know, all you can do is break your wrist.
Hope I can break my wrist so I don't have to keep playing.
My dog might punch you, and I can break my wrist. I'll be the best ending of all time.
Oh, good news. Mario Kart 7 has been added to Nintendo Music.
Nice.
That's good.
Can this end yet?
Wow.
Why does it have to keep going? How is this a boss fight?
Don't you see, Caroline? Don't you see, Caroline? Longer equals more suspenseful, obviously.
How is this a video game in general?
You know, you know how you're feeling right now,
Depressed?
Roxy. You
How
know,
am I feeling?
at the end of a Crash Bandicoot Twin Sanity. That's how Caroline's
how-
feeling right now.
This ain't how flashlights work, but I think it's funny anyways, look. There we go!
Oh,
Fucking finally.
Imagine. Oh, by the way, I've seen somebody get a jump. So Caroline. I don't
What?
think it deloads the game during this cutscene. I've seen somebody get killed during this cutscene.
yeah.
Could you even
No.
imagine?
No dialogue. Only
Could you even imagine if you got jump scared during this cutscene?
I would
Yeah,
fucking cry.
Kellen Goff also does the voice of Sun and Moon.
Yeah, no shit.
Cameron
Miller.
And staff bots as themselves.
Yeah.
So, are you gonna do Ruin now?
Not today.
Not today.
I'm giving myself a break from this game.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And while you're at
Ugh.
break, look at the guest list.
So,
Yeah, break.
I guess I'll give my
Like,
thoughts and
Rick.
opinions. Because now, I feel like I can actually give them because I did more than just that one ending. Getting, like, almost every ending aside the 100% completion. This is still one of the worst games I ever played in my entire life. It's just, it went from, like, being in my top 5 to my top 3 now.
What are the other ones?
I won't spoil that. I might make a video. I don't know. The music is not good.
What are you talking about?
They're
This
still
right now is
playing
really
that
good.
same motif right now.
The endings are not worth getting after getting pretty much all of them. I can 100% say the only one that I feel... If I had to recommend anybody to play any of the endings, Princess Quest. Because you get to play Princess Quest. At least Princess Quest is actually fun to play. Also, the fact that you're in an arcade, yet you have to unlock the arcade machines to play them, that's so dumb. Monty Golf, I think Bonnie Bowl's one of them. I might be wrong. I think it was cut, actually. The animatronics suck. None of them are interesting aside Freddy, because I think Freddy can be... Freddy breaks the game, but at least he's kind of cool. Monty's cool, but like all for the wrong reasons. This,
He got angry. He uses his trigger stick.
the, what was I going to bring up? The fact this game came out in 2021 just shows there was no quality control for this game. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay,
They're both
sure.
dead. Welcome to heaven. Welcome to heaven.
Fuck off, game. I have no
Welcome
emotion.
to heaven.
Once again, Freddy would shut down.
No, they used they wiretapped his nipples.
The fact that this game has that ending even in it is a spit in the fucking face. This game doesn't feel real. It feels like a joke.
Even if it's not canon, it still feels cheap just to bring him back for a "oh my god, I clapped"
Yeah, exactly.
moment.
Yo, what are you talking about?
It makes me sad.
What are you talking about, dude?
It makes me
Like the
sad
perfect
to talk about this.
ending.
It's sad. It makes me so sad to talk about this because I genuinely, at one point, I'd even say I love this series. Like, say what you want. It's not great. I know it's not great. Yeah, exactly. Like, did you just say mobile? Like, I know it's not perfect. Like, it's not. Like, this is like FNAF has no. Like, there's no games that I would be like, oh, top 10 material. But, like, they were fun. They were interesting. Like, even the worst entries. Look, I'll name some good things about each entry. Like, one good thing. FNAF 1, atmosphere is really good. Along with that being... I also like the mechanic of the doors. FNAF 2 has some of the best gameplay in the entire series, in my opinion. FNAF 3 has a pretty good, interesting lore to cap off the original trilogy. FNAF 4, amazing atmosphere, and it actually feels like a horror game. FNAF World, and I can't believe this game got to the point where it's so bad that I have to praise FNAF World with something. The music is great in FNAF World, and I'm sorry for saying otherwise. There are some good tracks in that game other than just Stone Cold, but Stone Cold is still the best song in the entire game. FNAF Sister Location. Again, interesting lore and a really good custom night. Even though you can't customize the animatronics, but like it's still good. I still enjoy it. And it has some of the better, interesting characters of the series. FNAF Pizzeria Simulator. What is there to say? It connects the lore and connects everything with it. FNAF UCN. A great game to play when you want a good challenge or you're going to show someone how the series kind of operates. Without having to throw them in.
And Mr. Hippo's stories.
And the stories that
Don't
Mr.
forget
Hippo
that.
tell. FNAF Help Wanted, a great VR game. A lot of the little notable mini games are fun. FNAF AR, yeah, fuck it. I'll even mention FNAF AR technology for the time is fucking cool, and I like some of the designs of those animatronics. What the fuck can I say about Security Breach? Princess Quest is fun, but it's not a full-fledged game. It's one small mode.
You see, Caroline, clearly, you see, Security Breach has like a lot of really horny fan art, and therefore it's really good.
FNAF 1.
Never mind the fact that every other game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, never mind the fact that every other game of the series also has that.
And
Horny fan art isn't
before
always a good thing.
and before anybody says, Evil Spirit, look, I know that the game might be a tad dog shit, but when you play Ruin, which I will someday, not today, not tomorrow.
Caroline, I don't even think you're gonna be able to play Ruin. You're just gonna fall asleep.
But people have told me Ruin saves the franchise.
I mean,
brings it
Panther,
back.
Panther already has a reputation of being a sleepy girl, so she's definitely gonna fall asleep when you play Ruin.
Ruin?
Imagine I stay awake for that game, and it's like
I think
It'd be funny if I
gameplay
fell asleep instead of you.
I think I might use Ruin gameplay as a second means to help me fall asleep.
So let me just say, like, with what
But even
these
then, I would
people are
still
saying,
prefer ASMR.
for what these people are saying, yes, it's not good. But I will say this: I'm gonna go into Ruin the same way I went into Security Breach, with an open mind. Whether Ruin, because all I've been hearing is that Ruin actually saves this game for the most part. Yeah, like no, I don't know. I'm saying no, it doesn't, but I don't know. But for now, Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, as a full $40 game, fuck off. You're not worth $40. You're not even worth $5, and that's the first FNAF game, by the way.
You're not even worth -$1.
You're not even worth the gum underneath my shoe.
No, if
You're not
anything,
even free.
if anything, you should be paid to play this game.
Even then, it has to be a high toll, like $1 million.
I
$1 million.
I genuinely cannot believe how much I actually despise this game. I went into it thinking I heard bad things, but maybe it's a little hyperbolic. No. And then I surely thought, hey, the patches. I heard that the patches actually fixed the game. There were so many fucking bugs still. Like, especially the camera, like the fast cam. Like, I could survive the fast cam. How the fuck can I survive the fast cam? Like, or like, you know, like using the camera to escape a jump scare. I don't know. I'm gonna end off by saying this. FNAF Security Breach, I had every reason not to be excited for you. So, honestly, I don't have anything else to say. FNAF Security Breach is a fucking shitty game. Everybody was right about it. I wish I didn't fucking go with my gut and go, oh, maybe, you know, maybe it's actually pretty good. No.
Well, I mean, you're gonna have to play it for the podcast anyway.
Yeah.
That means I have to play for the podcast too. No.
Oh yes, yes, sir. You have to play this game as well.
Get fucked.
It's gonna be for a very, very, very long time.
In short, play Balatro.
Yeah, in short, Bible
It's gonna be like when you watch Sponge on the Run.
Hey, no, here's...
Or when I have to rewatch Stranger Things season 3.
Oh, hey. No.
You know
Or when I had to
the
rewatch
scene from
Toy
The
Story
Simpsons?
4
You know the
twice
scene from The
for 2
Simpsons?
separate review
You know the scene
marathons.
from The Simpsons? You know the scene from The Simpsons where Ned Flanders, like the guy who's always...
Yeah, it's always happy.
who's always kind to people and really patient and never angry. You know the scene where he just has a full-on mental breakdown and
That's-
says Bart's gonna have to be a homeless person?
Yeah, no, the... diddly ding dong crap! Can't you morons do anything right? And it's like, nah,
Is that how you see? Is that how you saw me when we watched Sponge on the Run?
Yeah, that's gonna be you after playing Security Breach. You're gonna be like, Roxy, you're a bitch. I hope you get killed by Trump.
and then you're gonna come up to me.
I would never say that.
You're gonna come up to me.
and then he'll be like, maybe if I break my wrist, I'll never have to play this game again.
No, you're gonna walk up to me. You're gonna walk up to me, and you're gonna be like, you. No, wait, you ugly, hate-filled man. And I'm gonna be like, hey, I might be ugly and hate-filled, but Wait, what was the third thing you said? Alright.
No, you know what's gonna happen? You know what's gonna happen? Sir's gonna walk up and it's gonna be like, wait, so you're non-binary, right? And then you go, yeah. And then he goes, good, so that means you have nothing here. He just fucking rips your crotch off.
Okay.
Jesus.
And then he backflips away.
Well,
He like an acrobat. He just fucking does a
Are we
bunch of
still recording
backflips
this,
out the
by the
window.
way?
yeah, I'm just gonna say this. Thank you all for watching. Bye, Fatal Frame, Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. Goodbye.
Bye.
Volcano high.